now. Hello, Jimjamatic here. Welcome to the Series 4 Awards. For the main series, obviously. And as you... Oh, so professional. But yes, this is for the main series. The side of it is all the 5 special episodes are technically non-canon. So these are for the main series, because that's what the regular awards series does. And as you heard there, joining me and deciding the awards for this evening, it is Alexthehunted.
In a tuxedo.
Yes, he's definitely in a tuxedo right now, 100%. And also joining us, because Sam was going to join us, but then he... something happened, so we had to go. But we are joined by, for the first time in my commentaries, but hopefully maybe in the future, the lovely Daniel Learmouth.
Soup.
This is his debut.
This is his debut, technically, yes. So,
Yes.
woo! Nice to have you on.
Decided just 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, pretty much. I just Skyped our fight court chat and said, anyone free? And he's like, yeah, I'm free. So there you go.
Yes, I'm here.
That shows you the technicalities going into the show. But yeah, this is the Series 4 awards. Unlike the last couple of times with Anton and Sam, where I basically say, "Oh, here's some nominations," and they go, for about 5 minutes because they can't decide because I put on the spot. Here, I've actually shown all the nominations in advance, so Alex has picked the ones he wants to win that award, and then we'll go into his reasoning why. But obviously, we'll go over each nomination as well briefly before the real answer. We have 11 awards. Some are more obvious than others, so not all of them are that long. But yes, it's time for the Series 4 Awards. And the first weapon is Worst Weapon Award. This goes to robots that didn't think their weapons out very clearly, didn't go for the standard flipper, axe, whatever, or if they did, fucked it up entirely. And the nominations are Banshee, the lathe tools. Yeah, sticking tools on your robot is not necessarily the best way to make a weapon.
I'm surely something that's used to slowly cutting away crops is going to be brilliant at cutting into metal steel armor.
Just like Ming Dynasty's drill in Series 7, just stick a weapon on it, see what happens. Hammer and Tong for the lifter axe flipper thing that didn't really work at all. I mean, I can see what they're going for, but with innovation, create something rubbish.
It was an interesting idea. It's just the execution was
botched. We have Dark Destroyer 2, the Wagglers. That's all I have to say about them. They're just Wagglers, blade things. I really want to question those guys.
Yeah.
And finally, Small Talk's Saw. The teeth that are so tiny you can't do anything, and apparently it could run.
It killed itself.
It killed itself. It could run on the saw, and yeah, it was a weapon that was so good it burned its own motor out. So yeah, what a great weapon! And the winner is Dark Destroyer 2. Now, I don't know why I have to ask you this, Alex, but why did you pick Dark Destroyer 2's Wagglers?
Maybe it's because they're not really weapons. They're the weaponry equivalent of just poking someone like, hey,
stop
hey,
it.
They're just there to be a nuisance. It's like
pretty much.
It's like attacking someone with sideburns.
Yeah, they are waggly sideburns. That's like I've nicknamed them for that reason, and they're just awful. I still don't know what their reasoning behind that weapon was, but
I don't think anyone does.
No, I saw that. It's weird. Of all the questions people ask people, that would be it.
This from a team that said hey, we have no idea how we can make our robot have a stealth rifle on it, but we can make these.
It sucked. Yay. So, the second award, the most disappointing robot award. Because not every robot is created equal, and not every robot can live up to expectations equally either. And the nominations are Warhog, the glass cannon of spinners.
It could have done so well.
It actually did damage. It took off, the lifters on Dreadnought. It actually did some damage to Dark Destroyer 2's wedge at the back and killed itself. And
Warhog did the whole glass cannon thing better before PP3D did.
Yeah. I was fucking it up before you ever could.
It tried to go the whole hog and failed. Then we have Gravedigger. I know Evil Weevil was a higher seed, but no one cares about Evil Weevil. Gravedigger had everything right. The wedge was better. The flipper looked much more powerful. It didn't work, unfortunately, and lost to Chronic the Wedgehog of all robots. So, yeah, not the best thing.
Yeah.
Centurion, a lower seed, but definitely massively improved themselves from last series. Kept the axe, but improved the flipper, almost flipping Splinter over in the first seconds, and then died because a very small thing happened, and some things are out of your control, but it's definitely a disappointment. And Disco Inferno. Before we had Fluff...
If you are killed by Shadow of Napalm, then you are just a disappointment.
It's like, in the world there was nothing, later there was Fluffy, but first there was Disco Inferno.
It's just... Disco Inferno is the Robot Wars equivalent of Glass Joe from
Punch Out.
Punch. Yeah.
Except he's not French.
Yeah. Just...
Whatever.
How lose to...
I don't... They somehow lost. And the winner is... Warhog!
Because it really should have won that.
It really should have. And
it was, out of all these robots in these nominations, this was the most promising.
Yeah, it
actually did damage.
A full body spinner that could actually work.
Yeah.
But poor old Warhog.
I mean, it tore apart. Dreadnought. I forget. It's Dreadnought. It tore apart Dreadnought to the point that the house robots attacked it, thinking it was the one that was immobilized.
Yeah.
And it was probably the first ever robot that was. It was the first ever spinner, especially, that flung robots across the arena.
And itself away from me before Supernova did it all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, again, and that's the best it does, because in Series 5, oh god, and in Series 6, I forget it was even in Series 6. So that shows you how much I don't remember who it fought, what it did. Don't care. Didn't do anything. The third award goes to the most unlucky robot. Again, no one robot is created equally, and not everyone can have the same amazing luck that Stinger can have in a grand final. Until it meets Chaos 2. And the nominations are Razorblade, because you had to fight Hypnodisc twice after it didn't work, and its opponent gave up.
It was a coward.
Yeah, I don't care if it was driving, it was a coward. Yeah, setting the tail on fire. Yeah, right. Invertebrat, pinning itself to the floor in 2 seconds and letting the robot that made Ton to Run go through. Ugh! You idiots. Henry 2, because... being taken out in 2 seconds is fun.
The still standing record for the fastest immobilization.
Yeah. And Atomic, in a similar vein to Hypnodisc, but in a lesser degree, having to face Chaos 2 twice when your robot doesn't even work from the first round. And the winner is... Razorblade.
Wah-wah.
Why, are we even surprised?
Yeah. Oh, poor Razorblade.
Yeah,
I feel so sorry for the robot in the team.
Yeah, the thing is, actually, if I had done this by myself, I would have probably picked Henry 2 for how quickly it went out, but then I forgot, when you think about it, Razorblade had to face him twice, and his opponent gave up, and then it limped into the heat final, not working at all.
Yeah.
It was...
And it got booed.
Yeah, for some reason, why were people booing it? Like, it was...
Because it was fighting Hypnodisc, and everyone loved Hypnodisc.
Oh,
glory to the Hypnodisc.
Exactly.
But yeah,
I'm just channeling Mr. Psycho here
because he's not here. He's not here at the moment because he's uploading a video. I can't imagine which one it is. I wonder, being it's a Monday night. You love saying that, don't you?
Yes.
Okay then, number 4, the funniest moment award, because you got to have some levity in heats, and we have 3 nominations. These ones to me just stuck out as the funniest moments, made me laugh anyway. I don't know about anyone else, but these are my nominations. All the robots going into the pit in Heat H. Because it's like when you're packing on holiday, you want to get all your stuff into your suitcase, just stuff everything into once. Most notably, Wheeler Sword's just getting thrown on top of them all. It's like, who cares about the pit, right?
Who cares? Just shove all the shirts in the suitcase, just... There we are.
Banshee's decapitation, because Shunt doesn't like heads on robots, and he just thought, I'm going to put this nicely crafted papier-mâché head that probably took a few weeks to make into the flame pit. I don't care. Rip it off entirely. It was glorious. And Millie Anbug losing all its wheels but one to Razor, because robot torture can be funny sometimes. particularly because the hamburger, its hair messed up, its wheels fallen off, and it just looked like an absolute dishevelled mess. And that's why I loved it. But anyway, out of the 3 nominations, the winner is Banshee's Decapitation. Because
even with Jonathan Pierce laughing his ass off,
it was he made the fight.
Yeah. Oh, it's like, it was so funny. There's no other way. It was just so funny. If shouldn't just like it's like just headshotting it and then just dragging it around like it's a trophy.
Yay! I got a head.
Honorable mentions for this award also included Major Tom's head go flying off, and also watching something kill itself. Yeah. That was also pretty funny, if pretty pathetic. The 5th award is a very self-explanatory one: Rust in Pieces. Here lies a robot that had hopes, created a robot that needed to be pushed twice to be flipped over. Created a second robot in Series 3, didn't get in. Created another robot for Series 4, made it all the way to the semi-finals.
The nominations, it's Splinter.
Yeah, it's Splinter. Splinter we just covered it in the grand final and semi-finals a second ago, but yeah, Splinter just was nothing by the end of this battle. Just box and wires.
It was just a pile. Yeah. It wasn't a pile of anything. It was just a pile.
Yeah, nothing really. I don't know why I bothered with the long speech. It was kind of obvious who was going to win this.
It was what Splinter looked like before it was made.
I mean, the 2 robots that came even close to this were Detonator and Dreadnought XP1, but even then they were nowhere near what Splinter could get to. So, yeah, Splinter's worst and unfortunate victim of Hypnodisc. Bar with maybe tied with Stealth, I'm not sure yet. Number 6. This one's also 1 nomination, but it was possibly the stupidest thing to do, because it is the Worst Way to Lose award. And I would beat around the bush, but it was Evil Weevil 2 not charging the batteries.
Yeah. This is basically... people can go out in many different ways. This award's basically the worst way to lose, as in... This is just pathetic.
It's awful, because it doesn't help I don't have a high opinion of Weevil Weevil as it is. Then the second one is slightly worse in some aspects, and it looks horrible, the forks are weirder, they've got a bigger gap between them, and the axe is just pathetic. And yeah, after all that, in a heat where they possibly could have at least got a semi-final, no, you just...
Nah.
Pritchard!
Why do we need to charge batteries?
I swear Pritchard's becoming my mortal enemy. Like, he's just like the supervillain. Pritchard! Like the guy I shake my fist at when he...
Yeah.
As my house falls.
Every time a stupid thing happens in Robot Wars.
Yeah,
Pritchard!
Who left my batteries lying around? Pritchard!
Who took off Panic Attack's self-writer? Pritchard!
Also, this is the reason why I imagine that every time he came up to Kim Davis and said, "Can I help?" He got, "No, I've seen what you did with your own robot, go away." Yeah. But yeah, Evil Evil 2, you suck.
Who won the soccer tournament without scoring a goal?
Evil Weevil did. Jesus Christ, I hate this team so much. I'm joking. Now, the Best Fight Award. This is only always just in, these are fights that stuck out amongst many others and was definitely worthy of being regarded as some of the best in Series 4. The nominations are Pussycat versus Dominator 2 in the semi-final 1. Just watching the sparks go off that titanium nitride coated polymer armor lithium armament flippability thing. Lovely. Absolutely loved it. Behemoth versus Exterminator 2 from the Heat N final. Definitely probably the best Heat final of any of the Heats, where both robots managed to survive to the end. Although Behemoth, you could tell, was suffering, it was still definitely a worthy battle. Panic Attack versus Smidsy versus Overkill proved that fodder can still be fun. And Overkill still, for a fodder robot, relatively speaking, did what it needs to do, and lasted the whole thing, got some nice flips, and Panic Attack was in it. Or, of course, Behemoth, Arnold Terminator, and Rambot, proving that even if robots don't have the most offensive weapons in the world, you can have a really tight and really close fight that really just led down to rubbish control in the case of Rambot. And the winner is... Behemoth, Arnold Terminator, and Rambot. Who else could win?
This is by far the best fight. Probably maybe probably not including the the Northern Annihilator round 1.
Oh, that was good as well.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, we explained it in the episode, but the fact it's so close. Again, Rambot just lost purely on the fact it was less control compared to the other two. And while you could argue maybe Arnold Omega might deserve to go out, that's a different debate. But it was still a very, very good battle, and hands down the best opening melee of any heat of this series. But then, of course, with every best fight, there is a worst fight for the 8th award. And the nominations are Ming 2 versus the Morgue. It sucked. Firestorm 2 versus Bolt from the Blue. The cake would have fared better. The cake would have fared better, I think.
Yeah.
And
Hashtag still bitter.
Hashtag still bitter. And by far, what is probably I consider the worst opening melee fight: Berserk 2, Invertebrat, and the Creature. 3 slow-moving robots where the best robot died in 2 seconds. It is. It's certainly something not to watch ever again, and probably the worst part of the entire Tornado Heat, which is overall a good heat apart from that. And the winner is Firestorm 2 and Bolt from the Blue. Jesus Christ, this fight. This would be my pick, honestly, if I had to pick as well.
Yeah, same. Just what even was that?
It was
2 robots driving around for 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was just. I mean, it was just. Like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna get you. No, I'm gonna get you.
Wait for a good flip. God damn it. Sorry, that
should have done.
I'm sorry, that meme will never die. Just like Up to Speed Now, boys, and John Reed's Pink D. Now the best heat. Well, obviously, excluding things like semi-finals and whatever, you're talking about purely heats alone. Obviously, the best heat, in terms of general, everything would go to the semi-final 1, but don't make it too easy. Yeah. So, best heat. The nominations are, in numerical order, Heat E. Had a good battle with Dominator 2 and 101? Hell yeah. Do you want to see Napalm die? Yes. Well, that's what you want to see. The only disappointment being that...
You want to see Shunt get a headshot?
Yes. The first headshot of Series 4. Yes.
You want to see the fastest KO in Robot Wars history to date?
Yes. And also, the only blemish is Disco Inferno losing to the Shadow of Napalm. That's it. Everything else... And the Heat final was really fun as well. Really close. Went to the judges. Well, I won't say close, but at least 101 survived the whole... for 5 minutes at the time. Heat F. Apart from the aforementioned Berserk 2 battle, Tornado kicking ass was always fun to see. Gemini was a nice, unique robot for the time to appear. We got to see some great other robots appearing, like Berserk 2 for 2 seconds. And it was just a really fun battle. Even Character was sort of fun in their own weird, eccentric way. And a very good Heat final. And getting to see the first out of the arena that wasn't caused by Chaos 2. Beautiful. Heat N. Glorified as Me is one of my favourite heats. It is, of course, the one with the close battle with involving Behemoth. We got a really good heat final again with Exterminator and Behemoth. We got to see the useless Walker. That was Millennium Bug, which still, I don't believe that's eyes, it's a mustache or tusks. And, of course, we got the loveliness that was the Judge Shred team with their little wigs. Because they're awesome. And finally, Heat O. Because Panic Attack never seems to have a bad heat. I swear, apart from Series 6. But even then, Terahertz sort of saves it. It's a great heat overall. Smitty is a great, reliable robot. We got some great... The side event with the pinball was actually relatively better than some things we've had in the past. And the heat final, while it was definitely Smitty... It was a half-and-half battle with Smitty like in the first half, and Panic Attack ultimately winning with the pitting in the second half. And some great newcomers as well. Well, actually... all but one newcomer, Sawpoint. That makes that instantly rises up by a couple of points. Yeah. And the best heat goes to N, of course.
Because it's just front to back the best episode. Well, the best heat.
It's a very close. I mean, B was very close to being on this heat in this nomination as well, but I only have 4 per category, and B is an honorable mention. But N. What can I say? Great opening round, great heat final, great robots. Not really a bad robot, really, relatively speaking. Even Millennium Bugs are alright for a Walker. And, just a really, really fun heat overall. And, of course, the worst heat. Trying to find the worst heat, honestly, there was 2 obvious contenders, and then trying to find a third bad heat was kind of hard. So, bear in mind, the third heat is a bit obtuse in many ways, but you never know. Anyway, the nominations are Heat C. Anyway, Heat K. A bigger sigh. God, Little Fly ruined this Heat, apparently. And oddly enough, my third nomination was Heat P. For a Hypnodisc hit Heat, that was pretty boring. Apart from anything to do with Hypnodisc, nothing else happened in the entire Heat. Razorblade didn't work, Parable killed itself, VMAX died in 2 seconds, Cerberus was a seed, and nothing bar Hypnodisc. Surprisingly, considering I liked Heat H last series, this one was just But of course, the winner is...
There's no point, it's Heat C.
Yep. Honestly, I'm flip-flopping a lot between Heat C and Heat K. They're very different in their awfulness.
But I think Heat C is worse because it had good robots in bad fights and just real shadiness on behalf of the stuff that happened.
I suppose
there was a lot of awful stuff going on. There's just a robot that won but ended up not going through because of breakdowns, and then being replaced by the robot that lost, and then having perhaps the worst fight in this series.
One of the worst fights in Robot Wars ever.
Yeah, Quantus of Raw. And also, it's sort of akin to the argument between which is worse, Heat C or Heat P last series. To me, I think Heat C is far worse because it had Razor, which actually was competent and could have won the Heat. And instead got Heat C. It didn't. And then whilst Heat P, the best robot is Trident, there's something wrong with you.
It's by far and away Firestorm's worst episode.
It's a shame because...
Honestly, I would say that Heat C for the last series was probably the worst, because even the middleweight melee
sucked
in that episode.
Heat C in Series 3 is pretty shit. There's no denying it.
It's like 2 Heat Cs in a row that sucked. Great.
Yeah,
At least next Heat C is better.
Yep.
Yeah. It says a lot when, in the previous series at least, Tentamushi was the best robot there, and it wasn't even that good.
No, an A-kill draws you, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
It couldn't crush a strawberry yet, though, so not too bad.
But yeah, oh Christ, that was an episode.
But finally, the coveted, named straight... Peace to Shit Award. Peace to Shit Award. You don't delay the inevitable, aren't you? I mean, we all know who it's going to be, but we might as well humour the other 3 nominees. 2 of which are probably ones I would have been picking, and one's just there because we want to pick on it a bit more. That, of course, is Banshee, because it goes like 4 miles an hour, something like that. It doesn't really spin very fast. It lost in like 3 seconds, pretty much, and the worst pinball in history as well, in terms of like speed and entertainment, apart from maybe a chill of the drum. Iron Ore. Do you want to work for 2 seconds and get to the second round? Yes. Well, Iron Ore is your robot, because unlike the other robots, actually worked properly. This one, no. It's hard to believe this actually was a live circuit winner at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing how good this team gets
later on. It's just like watching Groundhog for Firestorm. It really is.
Yeah.
Although not to that degree as much. Little Fly. Yep, and what probably would be my pick for the piece of shit, along very tied with Iron Ore, I can't decide still, is Shadow of Napalm.
Sorry.
God, I hate Shadow of Napalm, but then again, I don't know what I expected from this team.
It's the second place for me. I honestly, thinking about it, I was going to pick, it was either going to be Iron Ore or Shadow of Napalm for piece of shit. But then a certain person came in and changed my decision. Because of his certain rant on a certain episode, made me change my mind just to piss him off.
Yep, so thank you. We're not going to mention his name, Anderson. So the winner, of course, by an absolute landslide and by an Anderson, is... Little Fly! Fuck this robot.
Because, let's be honest, if it was any other Heat, this would be out in round 1.
Yeah, pretty much. It was dying in its first round.
Yeah.
And it just didn't deserve to win anything.
It's got so many things looking at it that just make you go, why is this even hit? Like, again, first, 4 miles an hour top speed. A lawnmower weapon with the fuel line on the outside of the robot.
Fail.
A pointless light. A mile of ground clearance. and just it's a lawnmower, but it's basically the weapon of Victor.
Yeah, and that works, and that works so well.
Yeah.
God. I mean, I just think, personally for me, it's stuck between Iron Ore and I don't hate Little Fly as much, but I can definitely see your reasoning behind it. It is probably the bronze medal for me in terms of worst robots. I still can't forgive Iron Ore for getting past... I suppose it's worse for Little Fly as it got to a heat final, but I can't really understand how Iron Ore managed to get through 2 judges' decisions somehow, and how Shadow Napalm spilt its entire guts into the pit. It's just brilliant. Even Little Fly wouldn't do that, and that's saying something.
Yeah.
But
those are worse robots. But just to annoy Anderson.
Yay! Oh boy! But yes, those were the awards, folks. Thank you, Alex. Speech.
And here to accept the award for piece of shit for Little Fly is no one.
Because no one cares about it.
Yeah.
Oh well. I mean, yeah, it was a little fun awards. Thank you, Alex, for picking the awards for me.
I'm sure. I don't know when Anderson's going to do the awards next, but I'm pretty sure he's just going to pick the awards next time to annoy me.
He did series 3, so he'll. I'm going to try and get someone different every time until I have to rotate around again.
Sam next time.
Sam did series 2.
Oh.
I'm thinking maybe Stephen, Mike.
I think you'll probably have passed Mike by then.
Oh yeah, I'm asked Stephen maybe because he's probably more knowledgeable. But if I hadn't done Sam earlier, I probably would have got Sam to do Series 5 because I know he was there for a lot of it and he loves Series 5 to death like you do. So either of you would have been a good choice for it. But yep. Also thank you, Daniel, for just being a little commentator throughout the whole thing.
Not a problem.
You're welcome. And yeah, that was the Series 4 awards. Next time we are delving into the side events. Oh boy, that'll be fun. We've got the Annihilator. The first one is the Celebrity Special, I believe.
Good boy.
Christmas Special.
The Christmas Special, the first one.
A tradition that has lasted up to this day.
Yes, it has. And the Celebrity Special is certainly a thing. I recognise 2 people on this nowadays. And joining me for that will be Sam and Stephen. So that'll be quite fun. And
expect a lot of fire.
There's a lot of fire and fake arses. And lots and lots of fake hair on the Gemini ones as well. But
dear God, imagine if they did that nowadays.
Oh well, they have Donald Thump for that, so we're fine.
Let's put a tiara on Carbide. Yeah,
I got worried before because I mentioned one of us mentioned Donald Thump. I thought, oh, can we mention that? I realized, it's been revealed beforehand, so it was at a live event. It's fine. But according to the wiki, anyway, if the wiki is wrong,
blame the wiki.
No, blame Anderson because he's always in the wiki. He controls the wiki, I swear. But
maybe
yes,
he is the wiki.
Dun 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 dun.
Anderson, I expect the Little Fly to have in its trivia awarded the piece of shit award for Series 4.
Who would have for Series 3? I'm trying to remember now. I think it was Ton to Run. I think for Mike.
That was Mike.
Mike's.
That was Mike's piece of shit. Who was it for your Series 3?
I can't remember now. It's been a while since we did the awards for that. Anderson picked it, so it might have been Iron Ore maybe, knowing Anderson's choice of
what do you mean? You mean No, it was the Iron Mask.
Iron Mask. Sorry, the Iron Ore. Yeah, Iron Mask. How's it? Yeah, probably is a thing. But yeah, we're rambling at this point. We should probably stop. But yes, I'm Jimjamatic signing off.
I'm Alexthehunted, accepting these awards and then throwing them in the bin.
And I am Daniel Learmouth, just being here and existing.
And getting
Jim's kidnapped another person. Send help.
Help.